And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Throwing Simmons. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Right side, it's Coleman. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. And now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Trying to make one miss. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Going with the ground game left. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
They'll go with a direct snap. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Williams throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Williams looking for a man. Out wide, it's Bowman. Open space at the 25. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Trying to establish the run. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. The Trojans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Wideout trying to get it in. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. Using his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Motion from the wideout. Right side, it's Kane.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Looking long. And he's got it inside the 35. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gets the back moving. Austin Simmons, a play fake. Moves to his right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The kick is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Simmons. Dumps it off in the flats. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
2nd down, going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Kane. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the gun, it's Coleman. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He has 89 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
2nd and long here. Here's Simmons to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Makes the grab on the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Run in the red zone, it's Coleman. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Throwing Simmons. Out wide right, it's Coleman. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback changing the play. Drops back on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Quickly complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Let's talk for just a second here about USC. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Gets rid of it.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going to the run, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He's past the 30. He's loose on the right. He's at the 40. At the 20. He's got 69 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Changing the routes with his receivers. Wants to throw one first. It's complete to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's got it and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Snap it to the back. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, USC!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here.
Oh, they block it. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Number 47 set to kick this one away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They go play action with Simmons. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ohio Bobcats taking on the Texas State Bobcats. And it's Ohio with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Snaps it in the shotgun. Out wide left, it's Lopez. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
Second down, gonna throw it. Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. So here comes the Auburn offense. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Simmons on the play fake. Rolls right. Unleashes one. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Simmons. Right side, it's Eccles. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Running to the left. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. Trainers out evaluating this junior safety. We'll let you know his condition. Holly keeping an eye on all of the injuries for us. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Out wide right, it's Eccles. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No. to return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Looking for a man. It's Clinton. Oh, pressure's coming. There he goes. The 50. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Makes the catch. It's Bowman. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the... Now,
that's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
after the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Williams fires to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
RPO complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Simmons to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Lopez. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Handoff from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right?
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Williams. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. Got some room into the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ready to go back to work on offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Misses badly on that one.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Motion from the back. Takes a handoff. It's Coleman. Here's a little room there. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Out wide right, it's Anderson. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
This time they'll go to the running game. At the 45 on his way. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception. And now this offense can drive down and take the lead. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Throwing Simmons. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Trojans. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Simmons. Left side is Coleman. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Here's Simmons to throw. Throws quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's Coleman. Stopped right there.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted to fourth down to keep the drive going.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They'll run it. It's Coleman. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking for space. It's Coleman. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons on the move. He'll pull it down. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. Auburn lines up quickly. Throwing Simmons. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing. They're going to get him for grounding. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.